It must be Friday afternoon and time for P2P Live here from Gadigal land in Sydney. My name's Mark Smith. I'm Group Managing Director of People to People in Australia and Frog Recruitment in New Zealand. And I've been away from the P2P Live broadcast for the last, I think, about a month, actually. So I'm delighted to be back today to talk about all things employment, jobs and hiring in Australia and New Zealand. For P2P Live. Coming to you from Gadigal country here in Sydney, and it is a beautiful day out there today. Nice spring day, makes you feel good to be alive. I've been away because I've been in the UK, and exciting news for People to People in that we are opening our London office. It's open as we speak. So I will be spending some time today talking about the UK jobs market, just to give a bit of a background there. Maybe spend a little bit of time also talking about how you can get in touch with our UK and New Zealand offices for working holidays as well. We've also got 3 jobs that we have to fill today. We've got 3 jobs that we need to fill today. You can start work on Monday, and we've got an update from Katarina about what it means to be applying for or going for a job right now at this time of year, some end of year job tips as well. And of course, we've got the Twitter poll results from last week. A lot to get through. So let's get started with this week's numbers. So the numbers this week are all about the UK. People to People has just opened its London office. We're encouraging people who are looking to undertake a working holiday in the UK or possibly returning home after spending a couple of years in Australia to get in touch. So what I thought I'd do was quickly go through some key statistics about the jobs and employment market in the UK. So the first graph we have here is basically the total pay. So what this is that the Office of National Statistics in the UK gathers the information on everybody that is paid each week, and then they create a 3-month average and compare it to the year before. So it's the whole of economy, year on year, 3-month average growth, seasonally adjusted, total pay excluding arrears. Very complicated, but essentially what you can see here is how the economy or the amount of money that people are being paid is growing. And so this is all the way from the turn of the century, so back in 2001. You can see the GFC dip in 2008. You can see the big decline for the pandemic and the remarkable recovery. We've seen these statistics before, and the most recent number, which is August 2022, sees a continuing trend rise, a trend prior to the pandemic recession as well, of increases. So it appears on the surface that things seem okay. Here's the next graph, which is the unemployment numbers in the UK. Now, unemployment in the UK right now is 3.5%. In Australia, it's 3.5%. So it's an extraordinarily good number. Now, we go all the way back to 1971 here, and you can see that the 83 recession up in the early, so 11, 12%, and then in 1997, the decline, and then through to more recently, the increase just up over 5%. So it's a good news story there in terms of unemployment, and there is or appears to be still a talent shortage in the UK as well. So it is still good numbers there. But let's have a look at a couple of maybe numbers that may give a different story. The first one I thought I would show you is the redundancy rate. So this is per 1,000 employees, and it's about 2.4% in the 2.4 redundancies per 1,000 employees in the UK at the moment. And historically, it's been trending down, and there is a direct correlation to unemployment. And you can see that it is quite good. And you can see the remarkable spikes with the GFC and the pandemic recession there. And a little bit, just a tiny little tick up at the end in August there. But what about the overall GDP numbers? Because the Bank of England has been very negative at the moment in the UK, with some with the governor coming out and saying that, I think I've got the title wrong. It's not the governor; that's the governor of the Reserve Bank in Australia. But the Bank of England coming out and saying that it could be the worst recession in 100 years, with a solid 2 years of negative economic growth. Here is the negative economic growth for the in August of 2022. And you can see there that production is and services and construction, all those elements there. The blue line is the one that's critical. And you can see that they did have a quarter of negative economic growth. Recession is defined as 2 quarters of negative economic growth. So depending on what happens with the next release, they may be officially in recession. Anecdotally, talking to people, so I've got friends up on the Scottish borders, they were saying that it definitely feels like a recession there. Walking around London last week, though, there were still signs in the window saying that there's people are looking to hire staff, and recruiters, our recruiters and others who I have networked with over the years, I caught up with when I was there, saying that still definitely a talent shortage. So overall, things are giving mixed signals with economic growth, but from an employment and jobs market, still relatively strong. So if you're interested, then please get in touch. Jacob, the man behind the scenes, will put a link of where you can actually register your interest as well. people2people.co.uk is the website. You can fill out a form there as well. Okay, that's it for the numbers. Let's move on. We've got 3 jobs that we need to fill today to start Monday. It's Fill Job Friday. So here's the first job. It's a legal counsel. So I should also point out that we can see all of your comments on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And I can see Namrata has just said recently, that he's looking for a work and needing a start. Stay tuned, Namrata. We've got 3 jobs that we need to fill today. Here's the first one. It's a legal counsel. It's in Parramatta. In this role, you'll be reviewing marketing material, providing advice to the business on a broad range of legal matters. You need to be admitted as a legal practitioner in New South Wales with 2 to 6 years post-qualification experience and with experience in negotiation. Patricia in our team in Western Sydney is the person you need to speak to. Patricia Melendez. Patricia M at people2people.com.au, 82709744. If you're a lawyer and you're looking for work, contract, jump on to that straight away. The link to the jobs are in the comments as well. Here's the next one. It's a senior accountant role in Brisbane, $55 to $60 an hour, reporting to the Group FC. Your role will include reporting quarterly annual financial statements for Australian legal entities and also some foreign subsidiaries. You need to be CA/CPA qualified for this one and have experience within a large business. Josephine Ting is the person you need to speak to in our Queensland office, Brisbane office, 073118 0125. Once again, you can see the job in the comments. Here's the last one for today. You can start work on Monday. It's an assistant hub manager based in Melbourne, Victoria, paying slightly at 7 cents. It's very, very detailed number there, $59.93 per hour. But, so close enough to $60. We're working for the Victorian Election Commission with the election that's coming up in the next few weeks. And what you'll be doing is training for declaration issuing officers, resourcing of voting centres, and managing the return of materials, etc. So site management, logistics, or traffic management experience is what you need to get this job. Start work Monday. Chelsea Dale is the contact in Melbourne, 03 9098 7422. And you can get more information about that and also apply online. Now, if you're applying and you're sitting on a bus and you think, how do I apply for these jobs? we use vPly. I'll tell you more about that in a second. There it is there, vPly. So if you click, you can just hit do a quick video. We'll get that, and you can apply whilst out and about. But here are the 3 jobs. So let me go over them quickly again. Legal counsel, get in touch with Patricia in our Western Sydney team here in Sydney. A senior accountant in Brisbane, CA, CPA qualified, or an assistant hub manager, which is essentially a logistics role in Melbourne. Plenty of jobs there. Rightio. So we've got to find out about we're going to get some tips on applying for a job at the end of the year. But to get us there, we also have another vacancy that we're working on from our Parramatta team. And here's a quick video from Alicia for an accounts payable administrator.
Are you looking for a full-time accounts payable administrator role in the Parramatta area? Hi, my name is Alicia and I'm from P2P. I'm actually looking for an accounts payable administrator to join an organisation based in Parramatta CBD. In this role, you will be contributing to reconciliations of service provider invoices, processing invoices for payments, as well as providing high-level customer service for both internal and external stakeholders. This is an exciting opportunity because in this role you will be working with a very strong and trusted brand. The team culture is terrific and you have the opportunity to grow and learn with an industry leader. To read the full position description and learn more about the technical skills required for this role, please click on the link to apply or contact me via phone or email for more information. Thanks for watching. All the best with your job search. Bye.
G'day, Katarina.
Hello, Mark. How are you?
I'm very well indeed. Now, apparently, you've got a whole bunch of tips.
Yes, I do.
I hadn't seen that heading before, saying that it's all about a new year, new job. But do you think people should actually be putting their job search on hold right now? What should they be doing?
This is the perfect time for anyone to start their job search, irrespective of the industry. It's honestly the perfect time for you to start and commence and go through that journey of finding a new position.
Right. And what would be if you had some tips, like just baseline, like what should you do, as you're coming into Christmas, what do you think somebody should do?
Yeah, so obviously the first thing is just to keep going through with your job search. People have this myth that things slow down during Christmas period, but definitely things are still picking up and being consistent. The first thing is, and the first thing that people think of is there's nothing out there. Really, it's quite the opposite. We're just as busy as ever, and especially in the legal market in which I predominantly work across on the permanent side. We're heading into the Christmas period and there's still lots of jobs on both the permanent and temporary side. But more specifically and holistically around still continuing your job search, there is a decrease in competition in December as people have that perception that people are slowing down and they won't review my CV. So this is a perfect time as you won't have any competition and things will spike up in January and February once people think and would like to recommence. So just get ahead of the crowd and really this will just give you a better chance. Another thing also, what is really good about going into finding a new position at the moment is all of the networking that you could be going through. Going into a new position, companies are putting on a lot of social events, Christmas parties, drink catch-ups. This will be a great way for you to meet all of your new colleagues, be introduced to other people within the business, and as well having that face-to-face interaction of which we do all miss and would love to reintroduce back in. And of course, the main factor is that job won't be there forever. So December is a good time and great for you to step into a new role or into a new market, which will diversify your industry knowledge and as well potentially be an avenue for career prospects in 2023. All markets are moving quickly. I know I can definitely speak for the legal market. As soon as you interview, they would want to snatch you up straight away. So if you don't get your foot in the door, that would just be an opportunity missed. So my best advice is don't give up during the holiday season and just give us your application and your CV, and we'd love to represent you too.
Yeah, I'd have to reiterate that as well. There is a myth out there, hey, that things everything goes quiet over Christmas, and sure,
Yes.
so people understand, or that people then retreat from the marketplace.
Yeah.
But this is the opportunity for everybody, hey,
Yes,
that
it
they can actually
definitely
think, right,
is.
get in front of the competition. And if you're if you may be watching this and thinking, sitting on the couch. Watching the T20 or something like that and thinking, well, should I actually do it now or wait till the new year? Don't hesitate. Go now. And if you've got some relationships with recruiters, let's say you've liked the P2P page or something like that, and then suddenly you're thinking, well, you know what? You're watching this. You think, should I have a look? Have a look.
Yes.
By reaching out to a recruiter, having a conversation doesn't mean you're taking a job. You're just testing the market. So definitely jump on it. Now, while I got you, tell me, I know you said that the legal market's good, but how good is it? What's happening in Sydney specifically for legal?
Lots of secretarial-based jobs ranging from junior positions where they just want an administrative background all the way up to senior PA levels. The thing that we're definitely seeing across the board is candidates are still looking for that working from home component, and of course the fabulous increase in salaries. So those are the two factors that are predominantly being consistent throughout the legal market here in Sydney. But yeah, definitely getting busier, and our temp side is starting to pick up with Christmas covers, and of course on the permanent side, many opportunities for different levels and different salary expectations as well.
Yeah, and I'll just on the temp side too. I know I'm a bit obsessed with this working holiday thing at the moment because I've just been in London and stuff. So if you're on a working holiday and you've just arrived in Australia, we've got jobs for you. And if you've got legal experience, you can definitely start on Monday, I'm sure.
Yes,
so if somebody
100%.
wanted to get in touch with you, Katarina, how would they do that?
Yeah, so give me a call on 02 8270 9746 or my email, which is listed there. I'd love to have a chat with absolutely anyone and everyone, and especially if you're wanting to get your foot into the legal market, or if you are a legal secretary, or really anyone that sits in a law firm, would love to connect in and speak with you.
Fantastic. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. It's great to have you on P2P Live. We'll have to have you back again soon. I know. Look at you going, really, Mark? Really? Yeah, I'd love to have you back. Righto. Thanks, Katarina. We'll speak again soon. Let's now move on and have a quick look at our Twitter results from last week. These are the polls that we put out every week, and we get some remarkable results. And no change here. Are you planning on looking for a new job towards the end of 22? Or beginning of 23, entering the market, like we've just heard from Katarina? Well, about 38% of you said, yeah, I am. And 45 said no. And a solid 17% said, I'm not too sure yet. But with that many people entering into the marketplace, yeah, I definitely, that's a good sign. If you're out there and you're a hiring manager and you're thinking, well, I need to hire now? Well, it seems like there's a little bit of movement at the station. Is that a result of the inflation and wages not responding? I don't know. It's a good question. But here's another question. Here's next week's Twitter poll, which is, would you apply for a job even if you don't meet all of the employer's requirements? Would you just hit apply anyway? I haven't even read the ad. I'm going to apply. Yeah, I would. No, I wouldn't. Or maybe it really depends on the job. So jump onto all of our socials there at People to People on Twitter. Jump onto LinkedIn as well, and share your opinion with us on that one. Okay, that's it, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us once again for P2P Live. We'll do it all again next week. Enjoy the weekend. Let's hope this weather holds out in Sydney here at least anyway. And we'll see you next week.